Hello guys, welcome. I'm making a video. So the news, what is the news? I'm still in Southeast Asia and I've been trying to find ways to share my testimony on how I came to Christ. I've been watching a lot of Sam Shamoon videos, God Logic, and David, I forgot his last name, and Ismail Ahmed, the Muslim kid who became a Christian, who got married recently. And I tried to contact all of them to no avail, because of course I'm not a famous person, and the sad truth is that it's a little disappointing, but the sad truth is when you're not famous, people don't care about you. No matter what you say in the comment section, no matter what you write on the live video. I actually wrote to Sam Shamoon on a live video of his, telling him, hey Sam, for the 5th time or 7th time, or I don't know how please Sam Shamoon, I really want to share my testimony. I got revelation, like revelations came to me and stuff, which led me to Christ. And then he actually answered. But you know what he said? He said, oh, you're having the revelations from God. Oh, so you're a prophet now. And then he just ignored me. I respect him a lot, so it was kind of hard seeing him address me in that way. But I don't really care because he doesn't know me. Sure, bro. See you. Yeah. He doesn't really know me yet, and I want him to know me. I want him to know my story. I know that he will be touched if he hears my story. But how to reach these people who become famous? You see, I make videos on YouTube since more than 10 years. I never got like a huge following. I got a few thousand people, a few tens of thousands in Morocco mostly, and I always respond. I'm not hard to reach. I always put my personal information if people want to talk to me, if people want to contact me on social media or email, or sometimes I even put up my my WhatsApp number, because I like sharing what I know. I like talking to people and sharing what I know. So even if I get famous one day, I don't think that will change, and that it's quite a little bit sad when you see people who start getting famous, the devil gets in their head more easily, and now they're very hard to reach, and even if you talk to them, they're like, they just ignore you or dismiss you for something before they even talk to you. It's sad. It's quite sad. But the good news is, and this is where the good news comes in, is that I contacted one person who spoke with Sam Shamoon. His name is Mohamed Faridi. I think he's Iranian, if I'm not mistaken, or some other thing like that. And I found him on YouTube, Facebook, and I contacted him, and he actually answered. And I was really happy today. I was at church with my friends, and he contacted me. And I spoke to him on Facebook, and I was really happy to talk to him. He was really happy to talk to me. I told him a brief background about myself, and he agreed to interview me on Monday. So I'm really happy. For the first time, I will be speaking about my testimony on a big platform where people share their testimonies on how they came to Christ. So I'm really happy for that. So watch out, keep a lookout for that. It's going to be tomorrow or the day after. I don't know if it's going to be live. I hope it's going to be live on Mohamed Faridi's page, either on Facebook or YouTube. I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait. So that's the good news. And I really hope that now, once I have this interview, now others can invite me to talk because my story is very different than other people. I did not switch religions. I left religion for a very long time and I ventured into mysticism and spirituality and because I wanted to know what spirituality is. I wanted to know how things work. I didn't just want to have faith. I didn't need to have faith. I needed to know what is the meaning, like what is the significance of movement, posture, elements, water, fire, etc. How does that create something divine? How does that connect you to something divine? What is something divine? All these things. And I have my TEDx talk on my channel. You can check it out. That TEDx talk is before I came to Christ. It's in December 2023 when I did that TED talk, and I was very much deeply rooted in Sanatana Dharma, which is the spirituality and principles of yoga and mysticism. And it is a very beautiful path too. So why I want to talk about how I came to Christ is because, like, why is it so urgent for me to talk about? Because it's very extremely different than others who came to Christ. All others, like even Ismail, Ahmed, and all others, they went from one religion to another. I left religion for a very long time. I ventured in what was not religious at all. It was just purely scientific in the spiritual sense, but it is still scientific, and that is what led me to know Christ. And I just have to share my testimony because I know that it's very, anyone I talk to about this finds it very empowering and very inspiring, and I really just, my wish and my dream is just to inspire more people into this, because when you just talk about I was a Muslim and then I became a Christian, people just think, oh, he just traded one faith for another faith. It doesn't really mean much. But in my case, it's not about faith. It's not about switching faith from this and that. It's about leaving faith completely, and then outside the realm of faith, finding a way back to faith through the scientific means, through the mystical means. And one person that I can remember now who ventured in the mystical path and came to Christ is one Latino Catholic man who was into magic. Actually, he was like into Satanism and everything. I did not go there. I always had a deep faith in God, even though I did not have a religion. I never wanted to do any magic or anything harmful or anything like evil. I was always sincere in my seeking, and I think that's what led me to Christ, because all I wanted to know was how things work. I didn't just want to believe. I wanted to know how things work. What is this world? What is this? Like? Why is nature held at such high regard? Like, what is the power of nature? Like, is nature powerful? Are the elements powerful? What can we do with the elements? How can we connect? What is this human body? What is this human system? What are the chakras? All these things. And that is what led me to Christ. And one person who is very close to these things, which became a Christian, who I can think about, is actually Russell Brand. Although he was more into the New Age kind of yoga and meditation and all that well-being stuff. I was not. I was never into the New Age stuff. I was more into the traditional stuff. I'm more of a traditionalist than a New Age guy. So even when I came to Christ in the traditional way, and that's why I went to Catholicism and Orthodoxy. So, and then I discovered Sam Shamoun, who speaks the same way about the same thing, that those are the true churches, and that just confirmed more about my choices. Like, it's not even my choice actually. It's a calling that led me to there. So it all makes sense. It all uh, it all connects the dots. And I really wish to talk to all of these people, Sam Shamoon, God Logic, all these people who I can really share my testimony with. And I'm actually intending to write a book about this because there's a lot to tell, and I really want to share my story from since I was a little kid until now. I'm 40 years old now. I have a lot to tell about how what a lot of things happened before I came to this point, and I would love to talk about it, and I will. And so the podcast now, I'm really grateful, and I'm just talking to you now, and Mohamed Faridi just just responded to me. I just saw a message. He said, "Okay." I forgot what I said, but he just responded, "Okay." It was great. I'm sure when he sees this, he's gonna laugh. So I'm really happy, and I don't think that's a coincidence, man. I think that's synchronicity. I think God finally is opening ways for me to connect with other people and to share my testimony, which I really can't wait to share. I really can't wait to share. It's so much things to share, so much things to tell. And when I start sharing, you will know why I was so impatient to share them. I can't say everything in a few sentences. That's why it's hard to reach Sam Shamoon. That's why it's hard to reach all these other people. And I don't hate them for that. I know they're very busy and whatever. I know they got their own lives, their own difficulties, their own struggles. I'm not trying to judge them or say they're bad people. No, not at all. I just hope that I can have a chance to talk to them. Because I really know, once I start to talk, once I share what I have to share with them, I know that the work is going to begin. God's work is going to begin. It's very important. Not for me. It's very important for everyone. I'm just thankful and grateful that I've been put on this path, that I can somehow inspire others and give others hope. Because the things I've seen, honestly, I never expected to see. Prayers being answered, miracles happening. I have to share these things because a lot of people still think that religion is just about faith. It's just about having faith to lead a good life. Actually, I was more interested on what's real. What's real? Is afterlife real? Is the soul real? Is God real? Is all these things real? That I come from that perspective, and God showed me those things are real. It's not because I just decided to believe it or because I feel good or because so I come from a very different perspective, a very different direction. And I think we need people who come to God from all directions so that the whole picture can be complete. That's what makes it powerful. That's what makes it unshakable. That's what makes it undeniable to anyone who's still struggling right now. There's a lot of people who are into the spiritual stuff and chakras and all this. They're very trendy right now, and or atheism or whatever. I have the answers for that because I've been shown those answers, and I want to share my answers about that. And of course, if anyone thinks I'm lying and doesn't want to believe me, that's completely up to you. I'm not here to try to convince you. All I can do is speak about my story, share my story, and I have no reason to lie. I really don't have any reason to lie. And but of course, I cannot control what you believe, what you want to believe, don't believe. But at least I ask of you one thing. At least take what I say into consideration, even if something is hard to believe. Because I was probably the most skeptical person ever. But even if I was the most skeptical person, I never denied anything. Even if I couldn't believe it, I took it into consideration. I heard something. I said, okay, I take that into consideration. I'll keep it in mind, and I'll see what it means with time. I never refuted anything completely. Like, oh no, that's bullshit. Get out of here. I always took things into consideration, and I just hope that the viewers take everything I say, or anything anyone says into consideration, because the truth is, the power of truth is final. Just like the move people say. That's all of the story. Who move is. They're people who are very close to me. I really love them, and once I write my book, you can hear about them or read about them in my book, and you can you can search for them too. The Move organization. They're very amazing people that were also part of my journey in life, and they talk about the power of truth is final. So no matter how many lies, how many doubts, the power of truth is always final. The truth will always come out at the end, and it is powerful. It's the most powerful thing. So just keep that in mind, and have faith in the truth, whatever the truth is. You don't have to know what the truth is, but just know that the truth will always triumph at the end. And it's always best to be on the side of truth. So always keep an open mind to know what the truth is, or to be ready to receive the truth. Don't jump to conclusions too fast. Give it time. Give things time to settle in, to set in, and to reveal themselves. Because we don't live in a simplistic universe. This universe is very complex. There's many things that we don't know. The most things that happen here we don't know. But there are ways to know, and that's the good news. There are ways to know. And I've found some of those ways, and there's more ways too. Yoga, meditation, all these things, mysticism. And mysticism is not always bad. Even Jesus was a mystic. Mysticism now took a very negative meaning, but mysticism is neither good or bad. It can be used for good or it can be used for bad. Mysticism is only about the unseen world. To want to know the unseen world, just so that you can kind of know what the truth is, at least to some extent, that really brings you to the realization that actually there is something out there. There is something out there which with the five senses, we cannot know, but there are methods to know or to unveil certain things, to see, oh wow, actually the soul and afterlife are not just empty beliefs. They're actually real, because I saw them, and I did see them, and a lot of people did. I'm not the only one. So anyways, guys, keep a lookout for the video. I hope you enjoy it, and I know it's going to be great, even though I never prepare for these things, because I always speak from my heart. Those who speak from their heart never have to prepare anything, because the heart knows what to say and when to say it. And it just like the heart is very graceful. When you open your heart, everything flows very gracefully. You don't the minute you try to plan it, you kill the grace. So that's why I never try to plan anything I say, because I always speak from the heart, and the heart is always graceful, and I like to let things happen gracefully. So I'm gonna see you soon, guys. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Probably you're seeing this video after I did the interview, but that's okay. If you did, then check the description of the video or the comment section, whatever. I'm gonna have the link of the interview in either the comment section or the description of the video, or both, to make it easier for you guys to access that video, that interview. Thank you very much. God bless you. I love you all. Thank you.